welcome to the kitchen gardens here at Soho Farmhouse, where we grow fruit, vegetables, herbs and flowers for all of our on-site restaurants and the florists on site here. We harvest 3 times a week. We have 3 spaces, so we have a fruit and veg garden, which is our main garden. We have a smaller herb and flower garden, and then we also have an orchard, which is altogether about 2 acres on site. There's a team of 6 people that work here in the production gardens, and I'm Katie. I'm the head of the production gardens and the cutting gardens. So as we're getting into a colder time of the year now, a lot of things that we're harvesting at the moment are tougher things that will grow in an English climate. So we've got a lot of brassicas, we have broccoli, which is nearly ready to harvest, we've got cabbage and cauliflower, lots of kales, and then things that we can fleece, like lettuce and herbs, soft herbs, and everything else will be grown in our indoor spaces. So we're a no-dig garden here, which means that basically we lay cardboard onto our beds and then mulch on top. Is a really good example here of what we've been doing. We did this last week. So you can see our layered cardboard here, which goes straight onto our soil, followed by our mulch on top, which stops us from breaking up the soil, keeps our soil structure intact, means we leave the worms to do all the work, and gives us a really lovely layer on top in which to sow into. It also means not releasing carbon into the atmosphere as well, which we love here. Here's a great example of our fleecing in the garden. If you lift up the fleece, you can see underneath that we have really healthy, beautiful coriander and parsley plants underneath here, and this thin fleece protects them over the colder months. So this is the glass house. This is where we grow bananas and mainly tomatoes that we've had in here this year growing. They're actually still growing now, but we'll be clearing them very soon, and we'll be filling in our borders in here with herbs that will see us through over the winter for harvests. We've also got lots of other things growing in here which like the warmth, like lemon verbena. We've got lots of citruses growing, and we've got Cape gooseberries in here too, which we harvest a couple of times a week. So this is the herb and flower garden here. This is where we grow all of our perennial herbs for site, including rosemary, tarragon, thyme, sage, lemon balm, lemon verbena, all sorts grows in here. And we have 2 large beds which are for cut flowers for our florists. So parsnips and potatoes are the only things that we would dig our soil for in this garden. These are staples in the garden which we can't not grow because they're a very classic English garden vegetable. So we have to dig our beds for these, but they're well worth it. It's better to sow them straight into the soil. We did actually try with module sowing initially to try and get our parsnips started off early and then get them into the soil later, but it meant that we were having twisted, short parsnips because the roots had grown into the module. So much better to actually sow them directly into the soil because you get nice long straight parsnips then. These are our microgreens that we grow. You can see that they're under UV here so that we can ensure we can grow these year round. These tiny little seedlings get cut at about this size, and we can send them to the kitchens, and they dress the tops of dishes for a tiny little piece of flavour onto the dish. Thank you so much for joining me in a tour through the gardens here at Soho Farmhouse.